Hey, what is up, YouTube? Spirit Wave back again with another One Piece video. And today it's a little different. You guys been asking for my purple black Luffy list, and I'm still playtesting it. So this is just gonna be the first video for it until I perfect it. When I perfect it, maybe I'll post another video, but this is just what I have right now based on what I've been playtesting, and I just hope it gives you guys some ideas. So here we go. I'm gonna start off with the 2Ks. I run four of blocker Sanji. Just a really good card because when you are behind on Dawn, which is not going to happen often, I feel like in this deck, but sometimes strategically, if you're already at 10, you can Dawn -2, which most of your cards do, just so that you can play out a Sanji blocker. And it's just really strong. It's a really good card. So run four of those. I mean, pretty standard, not too much going on there. Then I'm going to get into one of the best cards in your deck is Robin. She's basically like a Bond Clay on 3. She ramps you, and yeah, she's a 2K, so it feels kind of bad playing her out. But for the most part, you're always going to see her and your other ramp pieces, and they're searchable. So she's just amazing to play on 3 to ramp to 4. And yeah, pretty standard. And for my other four, I play right now Black Maria. This is probably going to turn into Usopp. I mean, sorry, Usohachi. These are quote unquote supposed to be Usohachis, but I'm letting my friend borrow them right now. But she is still good because if you don't see your Robin or your other ramp pieces, you most likely will see her, and she can ramp you as well. Because if you go first and your opponent goes second, on turn 3 you can equal their amount of Dawn, which is 2, and then you can ramp back one rested, one active, so you go to 4 at the end of your turn. So she essentially is a ramper as well. She's like a pseudo ramper. So yeah, Black Maria, full 2K as well. And let's move on to the one cost. For the one cost, we got Law Searcher. I mean, pretty standard. Law, he searches top 4 for three or higher, Straw Hat or Heart Pirate. Yeah, 2 or higher. So as long as it's 2 or higher and it's Straw Hat or Heart Pirate, you can add it to your hand. So this can search Gamma Knife. It can search majority of your deck. It just can't search like your Gum Gum Giant, of course, which we'll get into later. But really good card to play on turn 1. Can't say anything bad about it. It is your turn 1 play for the most part. Um, we also run 4 of the Zoro. He's another another Bon Clay on 3. So in a perfect world, if you always go first, you can play Zoro or Robin on turn 3 and ramp to 4, and then next turn you'll be going into your 6 Dawn play where you can play a few other things that we'll get into in the future. So it sucks that he's a brick, but I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. You cannot have everything in card games for the most part. Uh, Next card, we run 4 of the Frankie. Frankie's just really good because he he Dawn minuses 2, and leader effect, you're not really Dawn minusing anything, and he filters. So you discard a card and draw 2. So he's your filter. If you don't run a lot of searchers, he can filter and he can help unbrick your hand. So Frankie just a strong card, and he's a blocker, and you don't have to activate his effect. Sometimes you can just play him out for 4 as a blocker, which I do majority of the time. So yep, there's our one of our blockers. Then for 5 costs, we run 2 of the Sanji. I just added these back in today. I was playing Gamma Knife instead of this. Um, you can flip flop, but I want the Sanji because against green, they just play out these cards that are just annoying for 5, like Cavendish and Carrot. And there's just a bunch of annoying cards that are 5 costs, and the banished smoker, that I just want to get rid of. Yeah, I'm only playing 2, but it is searchable, and this is more of just like a tempo play. I want to see it as a tempo play so I can kill like a smoker or something, or Cavendish, and then next turn I can play out a card that we're about to get into. So that's just a card I'm testing right now, but it does feel fine at at 2 for right now. This is just a proxy because I'm waiting for the reprints of the secret rare Luffy, but these are this is the six cost, 7 power Luffy that says you can return to active Dawn to your Dawn deck, and then it basically gets to restand itself. I feel like it's fine at 2. I know a lot of people run like 3 and 4, but it is searchable. I usually see 1 or 2 of these every single game. I don't know how. Maybe I'm just lucky, but I always see it. And the deck is a little bricky in the first place, so running running 3, I would entertain. I could entertain running 3, but running 4, I think, is just kind of crazy. So I run 2. I think 2 is fine, but if you want to run 3, I think that's fine as well. Going into the next card, we run 4 of the boy, Beer Luffy. One of the best cards in the deck. I tried to go down to 3 at one point because it is searchable, but I think 4 is fine. 4 usually when the first one you play out, like your opponent will remove it somehow. Um, So usually, having another one in hand is usually pretty good because they can usually remove the first one. They usually can't remove the second one. So I think 4 is fine because you're going to see this card and it's searchable. So yeah, one of the best cards makes you a 7K until the start of your next turn. And yeah, if it's able to stay on board for a long period of time, it's just kind of GG's at that point. You know, it's just a GG for your opponent. So there it is. Really good card. Um, we're starting to get into our top end. For our top end, we run 2 of the Rush Sanjis. I was running 3. Some people run 4, which I think is a little crazy. I used to run 4 in Pluffy, but I think 2 is fine. It's searchable. And yeah, it rests one of your opponent's 6 or less blockers or cards, and it gains Rush. So, really strong card here. Let's move on to next card. Next card, we run 3 of the 9 cost Luffy. I just went back up to 3. Um, really strong card. If you play Katakuri on 8, which we're about to get into, and then you play this on 10, it feels very strong because you're establishing 2 big bodies, one that can restand themselves and one that enables you to draw 1 and it gains rush. It feels bad when your opponent has like a something to get rid of this, but I mean most decks feel like right now can't really remove this unless you're playing against Shanks or something. But not a lot of people on Shanks right now. But this is one of your top end cards, really strong, and it is searchable. So I was at 2, but I'm trying 3. So yeah, another, like I just mentioned, Katakuri. A lot of people don't run this because it's a little bit slower, but if you can keep this Katakuri on board as a 4 life leader, it just helps so much with alleviating pressure. I think it's good at 3. I think 3 is the perfect number because it's not searchable, so and you want to see it, but I mean it's not like you have to see it to run it at 4. Like it's not like a key piece of the deck. It is really good, but I think 3 is fine. If you're running it at 4, I feel like that's a little crazy. But I mean, you let me know. If you run it at 4, please let me know what your reasoning is behind that. But 3 should be fine. It's a blocker, 8K that can restand itself. So just an amazing card. And as you know, someone who's Dawn minusing a lot in this deck, you being able to get that 1 Dawn rested at the end of the turn from your Dawn deck is just really strong. So great card. And that's pretty much our top end for the most part. Let's get into our event cards. For our event cards, we run 2 Gum Gum Lightning. I'm someone who likes removal. I feel like, you know, a lot of people may not agree with this, but I feel like Bandai and One Piece is kind of getting away from removal. They just want everybody to play aggro. So I just like being able to get rid of problem cards, and so that's why you see me running the Sanjis. I run the Lightning because there's just some problem cards sometimes that you just have to get rid of, and they're usually like 6K or lower. So that's why I run the Lightning, and it's basically removing a 6K power character for 1 Dawn essentially. So I think it's really strong and it's searchable. So something I don't really like this card, but I'm trying it out at 2. I know a lot of people run it at 3 and 4. I've never liked it in Pluffy, but I'm just trying it out right now. When you're at sea, you fight pirates. Like it searches top 3 for a Straw Hat card, and only reason I'm running it because before there was no way in my deck to search Giant, and as a 4 life leader, you kind of need Giant to stay alive. I know people say ban Giant, but when you only have 4 life, and not a lot of blockers, you're gonna need something to stay alive. So, yeah, I'm running 2. I'm just testing 2 right now, and it feels fine. But you can replace this with things like I said, like Gamma Knife or like Rip Law, or you can replace it with a Robin blocker. I know it's an event, but yeah, there's room in this deck. Like those 4 cards I just showed you. I showed you when you're at sea and lightning. They're not necessarily staples, so you can replace. There's room in this deck. It's not like this deck is super tight, in my opinion. So yeah, moving on to the next event, I run 2 of the Gum Gum Jet Gatling. One of my favorite cards in purple. Um, it utilizes your bricks in hand to make you a 3K counter, and it's really strong in this deck. I feel like because this deck can get a little bricky if you don't see things to filter your hand, like your Giants and your Frankies. The deck can get a little bricky, so I like to be able to counter out of my opponent's swings. So I run 2 of these, and I think 2 is fine. I never really find myself searching it, but with this and lightning, they are trigger uh, restand and active dawn. So seeing this in life is actually amazing because you get the ramp even faster. Yeah, it's very much so a high roll type of play that I'm speaking of, but it happens more than you think. Especially if you do like my old build, which was 2 of these, 2 lightning and 2 gamma knife, which is 6 triggers at restand and active dawn is just really strong. You're gonna see at least one of them in life. So, and for my last 4 cards, the card you all hate if you are not a purple player that is so broken is for Gum Gum Giants. I hope it doesn't get banned. I don't think the card is broken. You do have to -2 Dawn. You do have to be strategic about when you use it. Yes, it unbricks your hand, but I feel like there's a lot more problem cards out there that should be being talked about besides Gum Gum Giant, which is a whole nother video. But there's broken cards like Horny Jones and I won't say Cavendish is broken, but let's say another. I feel like every color has their card that you could say is broken. You could say Red Rock is broken in blue. You could say Horny Jones is broken in green. You could say Tenkos Kuzan or Brooke or Rebecca are broken in black. Every deck has their things that they use in order to win. But a purple, I feel like there's not much in purple. Purple is all about ramping, but you have to stay alive. Usually, purple is either low life or they're killing themselves, like Pluffy. So I don't want to rant too much, but purple usually the reason we have Gum Gum Giants is because we have to stay alive. Um, so feel how you want to feel about it. But if you're watching this video, I'm pretty sure you're a purple player or you're thinking about playing purple. So, yeah, that's my list that I've been playtesting. It feels pretty good right now. I wouldn't say it's perfect right now because I haven't playtested this version, but I did playtest a little bit today and I changed a few things. I added in the searchers. And yeah, I just want a way to search Giant because sometimes you need it. The deck can get bricky, but the deck is fun. Yeah, it does feel like a budget version of Pluffy or a discount version of Pluffy, but I'm trying to make it better than that. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know you guys been asking for this one, so I hope you guys learned something. And you guys let me know. Maybe I'm missing something. Let me know if you guys have any tech, please, because I need help trying to make this deck good. So hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like. Please share the video or subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.